My name is André Guimarães. I'm an agronomist by training. I'm the executive director of IPAM and also serving as special envoy for COP30 from civil society. What we do at IPAM is we develop research, so we're a scientific think tank working in the Amazon and in the Cerrado, try to understand the dynamics of the interaction between human activities and the forest and try to find a suitable and more sustainable way for that relationship to happen.
And Andre, can you share the main objectives for the delegation to come to China?
Well, first of all, it's important to say that these two countries have a lot in common and they are interdependent at some extent. So Brazil is an enormous exporter of food products and agricultural commodities. China is an enormous consumer of those products. So approximating those countries, making sure that the trade or the commercial relationship can also be reflected into investments, into greening this whole process. If we look at in the long run, in the long term, Brazil has to change the model of development, the model that took us here, which imposes deforestation of the Cerrado in the Amazon. It can't continue. So we need to replace that model for a more sustainable one. That demands an understanding and investments on one hand, and on the other hand, it also should take advantage of the trade between these two countries to channel resources into a new model of development. So we need to intensify agriculture, for instance. And in order to intensify agriculture and ranching, we need investments. China and Brazil should work together toward making that happening.
And what are your expectations and hopes on this? You could talk a little about research and IPAM focus as well.
Well, IPAM was born 30 years ago with big questions such as understanding the dynamics of the Amazon forest, understanding the impacts of human activities in the Amazon forest, particularly the large-scale agriculture, large-scale ranching, which was affecting dramatically, I would say, the forest back 25, 30 years when IPAM was founded. We were able to reduce the deforestation. Indeed, Brazil reduced the deforestation over the past couple of decades. However, keeping the deforestation down is a completely different challenge. It requires investments to replace unsustainable activities for sustainable activities. So we need to understand, on one hand, the impacts, and on the other hand, what are the solutions that we can find to help the population, help this region to thrive without harming the forest anymore.